If you were wondering if the player actually plays in full screen, this is 720p.
I think we may have to get plastic surgery.
But whenever you're in the menu, it won't actually be, I don't believe. There'll be a black border. The reason the movies aren't full screen on the other TV I had is because it's a lower quality TV. And one of the reasons I would recommend a Raspberry Pi as a TV player is because you can go into the video out file and edit to select the correct settings for your screen. Like in this case, if you have 120 refresh rate, or I think it even goes higher than that if you get a nicer TV, so that you can play your HD content in a faster frame rate. I don't know if Android supports that in some of its video players, probably ones you have to pay for. I don't know if there's a free one or not, but I had already bought a Raspberry Pi, so I wanted to get the best multimedia playing experience out of it using the least amount of power, because it only uses 5 watts of power. So after you get it installed, let's say you have a 32 gig SD card and you installed the image to it and you want to get the rest of that space. What you would need to do is mount it with something like gparted, delete the FAT32 partition, and then resize the Ext4 partition. If you do it this way, you will lose the ability to plug it into a Windows computer and copy files over to it. But that's okay if you run Linux all the time on your desktop. So you just say, give me all the extra space and resize. Now when you do it this way, what you're going to have to do next is open it up, go to Home, Pi, Scripts, and you're going to have to edit the scripts to whatever new location that you copy these files to for them to use. So in this case, I'll create a new folder here and call it PiSpace. Paste those right there. If you don't have these original files, you could just create a games and video folder, but it is case sensitive, so make sure you capitalize the first letter. So now we're going to have to read these scripts to see if there's a line. Yep, right there. We'll have to find any lines like that and change them to the correct location. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm guessing that the code needed to be changed to that. And to that on this file. So I'm going to find the next file and show the changes. Alright, so these two files need to be edited. Okay, now I just to the next step. So now whenever I want to copy the, say I got a movie I want to watch, I want to copy it over, so I copy it. I'm going to have to go home, PiSpace, video, paste. Alright, now I'm going to eject it and go test it out. So it's got something didn't load right. So now I'm going to have to debug this. I know I saw one of the errors as media not mounted properly. It appears that it was this line right here. There's no longer a reason to mount that file. going to have to edit it as root. But then I'm going to go test it and see if it works. Alright, we're watching for errors. No errors. That's good, so we fixed something. But this is still messed up. Supposed to have the movie. So I'm going to go try to fix that. Alright, so the first mistake I noticed is that's not capitalized. But when I navigate there, it is. So I must have done a typo. I'm going to have to go through and fix that. Okay, that one is capitalized. It's good. That looks okay. So I don't think I need to modify. Now I'll go test it. If you wanted sound to come out the HDMI port, you had to edit the file. There's how-tos for the Raspbian image, how to edit that file. So now what I can do is make a really tiny image, like of this, and all you guys got to do is install the image to probably any SD card size it'll fit, and then go in with like Gparted and expand your image, which I'll show you how to do. Alright, I showed you how to do it earlier in the video, so you just watch that part and then change it where you need to, and you'd expand it for your card, and then all you'd have to do is copy the video files over to the new location, and you could turn your Raspberry Pi into a really quick media player. Some of the modifications you may want to do are the infrared receiver, so you can use an infrared remote, and possibly the sound chip modification, so you can have high definition sound. I was getting ready to downsize this image, and I noticed this mount point is no longer needed. Looks like I'm going to have to delete it with the sudo command.